Hey guys, this is Jack. Welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I shared 4 methods for running a YouTube channel automatically using AI, and the response was amazing. Quite a few people joined my Patreon and used my N8N workflows and the AI video generator, which is really amazing. I really appreciate all of your support. If this is your first time to my channel, let me give you a quick introduction. So this channel is all about how to use AI tools and automation platforms like N8N to create videos and automatically upload them to YouTube channels. And eventually, you will monetize your channels to generate income. If you're interested in these kinds of topics, don't forget to subscribe. And if you would like to learn more about the AI video generator, feel free to check out my other videos on this channel. Or if you are curious about the Patreon membership plans, you can click the link below to visit my Patreon page and learn more. So today I'm going to share with you a N8N workflow that generates the horror story videos. So this video can take care of everything from generating the story, converting it to voice, and producing the visuals to fully automate the creation of a complete horror video. If you are thinking about starting a channel focused on horror stories, urban legends, or similar content, this workflow will be super useful for you. This horror story video generator is actually just one of our 30+ AI-powered workflows I currently use across my YouTube channels. In this kind of content with a clear theme and consistent format, it is perfect for automated video production using N8N AI. From script generation, AI voiceover, automated image creation, all the way to uploading to YouTube, the entire process can be done automatically, and it saves tons of time and lets you focus more on growing your channel and improving your content. So right now, let's go to some of the successful YouTube channels and see how they run their channels. So in here, you can see 2 examples. The first one is Jade Nightmares, which is a channel that I talked about in my last video. So for Jade Nightmares, he got like 30k subscribers, and for each of his videos, he got around like 20k views. And then for Mr. Nightmare, this is a huge channel. He got around 6 million subscribers, and then on average, he got 1 million views for all of his videos, which is really crazy, right? But today, I want to show you that our horror story generator can literally generate such content or even a better version of it. So basically, if you have watched our last video, you will know that we have done an analysis on these kind of horror story channels. The thumbnails they use, the length of the videos, the video content, all of it is very suitable for us to produce using N8N AI. And in our workflow from story to voiceover, finally combining everything into a horror story videos that you can upload to YouTube. For the story plot, we will use Deepseek to generate the story plot, and then we'll pass it to Amazon Poly to do the AI voiceover. And when it comes to the visuals, you will be using a few different methods to produce a complete horror story video. In this tutorial and this workflow, I will show you 3 different styles to do the visuals. First one is a image slideshow, so you can actually download or scrape any horror themed images, and our editing tool would put it all together. And then for the second method is the video slideshow. Similar to the image one, you can do a download or scraping the image clips that you want to do, and then we will keep looping them in our video. And the last one is an alternative video slideshow method, but that one is a bit special. We'll talk about it later. And for all these 3 methods, since you have to download some visual materials, actually you can download it from the Pixels, which is a website that we talk about in our news commentary video. It provides free images or video clips. You can use it royalty free, and you won't have the risk with the license part. So right now, let's dive into our demo. For the first video, we are using the image slideshow. So in here, I've already downloaded some horror themed images from Pixels. And in here you can see the images is keep rotating for every 10 seconds. And in here I want to mention one thing. If you're watching this demo and thinking like it's not scary enough, then actually you can modify it yourself. You can customize these images. You can go to Pixels or wherever you like and then download or scrape the images that you want to do, which match with your theme or your video content. Then our video editors will go to that folder, get all the images that you got, and then put it into the video content. In here, I'm showing you the second demo, which is using the video slideshow to do the visuals. So same as the last demo, I went to Pixels and download a few horror themed clips. And then I just put it in the folder, and our video editor will go to that folder and put those video clips together to make it as a video visuals. And imagine if we're combining this with our Amazon AI Poly voiceover, this would definitely be an amazing horror story videos. So right now I'm showing you a last demo which is using a single video slideshow. So what does it mean? So as you can see here, we're having a car driving video clips, right? In here, we will keep looping this video clip for the whole video. And now I'm proposing the whole channel plans to you. So what you can do is that you create a YouTube channel, and in this channel, you're doing some horror story videos, right? In here, you will name your channel like driving with me and listen to horror stories, something like that. All of your video contents will be something like this, like driving, and then meanwhile, you're listening to the radios, which is the horror story generated by Deepseek. So your audience will come to your channel and then pop up one of your videos, and then they'll be like they're driving and listening to the radios like they usually do, and then they're listening to your horror story. So that's it for these 3 demos. If you want to use our N8N workflows or any of our video generators, you're welcome to join our Patreon. We've now got a lot of members in our Discord channel and discussing how to run the AI-powered YouTube channels to make money. So right now, let's dive into the cost of our video generator. So for the first one, we will use Deepseek to do the story plot. And then for the images and video clips, we will download it from Pixels, which is free. And then for the AI voiceover, we were using Amazon Poly, which we're at 3 tiers, so we don't have to pay. For the subtitles, we're using OpenAI Whisper. This one is optional, so if you want to do subtitles, you can use this one. If you don't want to do it, then you don't have to pay that 6 cents. For the cloud storage, we're using Amazon S3. As usual, we're at 3 tiers, so we don't have to pay. For the video editor, which we are using my backend server, so you pay 1 cent per video. So at the end of the day, you have to pay 11 cents for the things you need. Actually, we are using the same thing, same setup as usual. I'm not going to repeat this anymore. So right now, let's dive into our N8N workflows. So here is our N8N workflows. In this tutorial, I'm going to do 3 parts. The first one, I want to explain how our workflows work, which is the concept of our workflow. And then the second part is a quick setup. I'll show you where to do your own settings. It will take a few minutes. Then you can generate the horror story video and upload it to YouTube. And then for the last part, I'm going to explain the details in our workflows. So right now, let me explain the concept of our whole workflow. And here you can see it is a bit different than the one that we did in our anime fanfiction generator, especially for the plot generation. You will see we have a linear route, but for the anime fanfiction, we define the plot generation 2, 3, or 5 steps, which we have the beginning and then the middle part, and then for the final act. But in here, we only got 1 node to create the story. So to explain our workflow, I have to tell you the goal of our workflow. So like I mentioned in the last video, when we're doing this kind of horror story videos or channels, you have to be very niche on the topics. For example, like the J Nightmares channels, he only do the Japanese horror story. So we're actually doing something similar to that channel. In here, for the set variables, I have location in here. So in this part, you will put a location or a country in here. And then we're going to create a horror story based on this location or country. This will help you nail down the niche topic. It will help you grow faster with the YouTube algorithm. So in here, let's take an example. I'm doing a Japanese horror story channels. For the location part, I would say I would do Japan, which is the Japanese horror story. And then we're going to ask Deepseek to generate a horror story title for me, which is for the video title. If we come to generate title in here, so here you see we have a video title, which is about the Japan's suicide forest, which is very great because we have a niche topic, right? And then we're going to pass this title to another node, which is create title. We got the title on the left-hand side. Then we're going to ask Deepseek to base on this title to generate 10 horror stories. And why we're doing that? Because I've done analysis on these kind of horror story video channels. And then basically for each of their videos, they're doing at least 3 to 4 or even 10 horror stories. So they will share some short horror stories. And then for each of the stories, they will cover 3 to 5 minutes, or maybe they will cover 10 minutes. So we will talk about this later in our workflow. We have covered that part as well. But here you can see we'll base on 1 single horror story video titles. Then we will ask Deepseek to generate 10 mini stories based on that title. And this is how we create this kind of horror story with this generator and this workflow. And then this is the create plots. You will see on the left hand side we got 10 mini story titles. Then we will pass these stories to Deepseek, and then based on that horror story titles, we create a plot. And after that, we will pass it to Amazon Poly to do the voiceover. And then at the end of the day, we will generate the video with our N8N backend server, which is created by me, and then we will upload it to YouTube. That's all. So this is the whole concept of how we create this horror story content. and then upload it to YouTube. And now we're going to talk about the quick setup. So first of all, we go to the trigger part. In here, I add a schedule trigger in here. So instead of doing a when clicking test workflow, you can actually do a schedule trigger. If you open it up, you will see we have days in here. So let's say you want to upload the video or you want to activate this workflow every single day at 8 a.m. Then you can do it in this way. And then, or you can add another rule, which is another date and time or any other patterns you want to do. And then the most important thing that you want to set in here is we go to set variables. So in the location, you don't have to do Japan. You can do American Horror Story, Chinese Horror Story, whatever you like. So you put the country or the location in here. And then for the description, this is the place where you put your video description in there. So you can customize your video description, which match your channels. And then for the tag, this is for the YouTube video tag. So I have done some of them for you. Of course, you want to do some more. For example, if you're doing Japanese Horror Story, you want to put Japanese in here. And then here comes the most important part. The first one is image folder. So like I said, we have 3 different approaches to do our video visuals. For the first one, which is using a image slideshow. So make sure you download or scrape some images, and then you make sure you put it in a folder and then mount it to Docker Desktop. If you have been using our workflows, then you'll be familiar with this. You just put it to the GetAWDL folders. If you don't have one, you can create any folders you like and just make sure you mount it to Docker Desktop. We have a full tutorial on that part, so if you forgot to do it or you don't understand or you don't know how to do it, you can check out my previous videos. I'll put the link in the description. And then for the S3 bucket name and audio buckets, if you have been doing the anime fanfiction generator, then you can actually just copy the values and then put it in here. For the S3 bucket name, this is the place where we put our output video in there. And then for the audio bucket, which is the place to store the AI voiceover. For the video folder, this is for the second and third approach. So if you are doing a video slideshow or video clips, then you will have to download or scrape some video clips, right? And make sure, same as the image folder, you put it under GetAWDL folder or any folder you like, and then make sure you mount it to Docker Desktop. Then our video editor will go to that folder, found the clips or resources or materials that you have, and then put it into the video content. Alright, then you will have to go to each of these nodes to set up your API keys. And then one more thing, if you want to do subtitles, make sure you activate this too. And then for the last part, so I have 2 nodes ready for you. The first one is looping images, which is doing the image slideshow. And then the second one is looping video, which is doing the video slideshow. Let me talk about the images one. So if you want to do the image slideshow, you just open it up. Just scroll to the very bottom. You can do 2 things to customize your videos. Actually, I've done it for you, but if you want to customize your videos, you have to pay attention to this one. The first thing you can do is to edit the image duration. What does it mean? So, because we're doing an image slideshow, so this value in here, I put 10 seconds, which means for each of our images, it will stay for 10 seconds. And then after 10 seconds, we will change to another image. And then for the number of images, I put 10 in here. So for example, I've scraped 100 images and I put it in the folder. If I put 10 here, which means our editor will go to that folder, which got 100 images, right? And then we will randomly pick 10 of them and then do the image slideshow. So this is what it meant. If you want to do the video slideshow, then you will just replace it in and then wire it up in here and then open it up. Since we have 2 approaches, right? So you will go to the very last properties. We have the number of videos. If you want to do the second approach, which is doing a video clips slideshow, so I'm assuming that you have put all the video clips into that folder, then this number of videos will control how many video clips you want to have in that video content. For example, if you have 100 video clips and then you just want to randomly pick 5 of them, then you just put 5 in here. And then for the last approach, which is the driving clips, so you will just go to that folder, just put the driving clips in there, and then put 1 in here for the number of videos. Then our video editor will go to that folder, find that driving clips, and then we will keep looping that single video for the whole video content. If you want to download that driving video clips, you can message me on Discord and I'll send you the link to that one. And now actually everything is all set. Then you just have to do a test workflow or you schedule a trigger. Then you will have the video generated and then upload to YouTube. So right now we'll go to the last part, which is to do an explanation on my workflow. So I know that some of my members, they want to customize a plot, but they don't know how to do the prompting. I will cover the prompting part in my next video. In the next video, I will do a tutorial session to show you how we do the prompting with Deepseek so that you can make your own stories. Since we don't have much time, so I will show you some parts that you can do your adjustment or you can customize the content in here. So for the first thing, you can go to set variables. Like I said, you can, instead of doing Japan, you can put America or China in here, whatever you like. And then the next thing you can do is to go to create title. We open it up. You'll see I say generate 10 unique real-life horror experience in here, alright? Actually, you can do 3, 4, or what number you want to do in here. But remember, this will affect the video length that you are going to generate. For example, if you do 100 horror experience in here, you can imagine how long the video would be, right? So this is one thing that you can do in here. And then the second thing is we go to create plots. We open it up. So you see in here, I say ensure the script reaches 1200 to 2400 words, which is 5 to 10 minutes. So you can actually adjust the numbers in here to make your script or your plot longer or shorter. This is another way for you to customize your video. But for the other part, like you want to add your own style or you want to do something else, editing the prompt, this part I will show you in my next video. So don't worry about it. And then for the very last part, that what you can do is that you can go to Poly, open it up. Because like I said in the previous videos, for the script, in here, this is something that the AI would do the voiceover. So actually you can put anything that you want to do in here. If you want to do a standard introduction, then you can say, welcome to my channel, blah, blah, blah. Or at the end, you would say, this is the end of our horror story videos, so please subscribe. You can do such thing to customize your videos. And that's it for today. In our next tutorial, I will show you how to do the prompting so you can customize your videos and your content. And I will also show you a skills to connect your workflow to Google Sheets so that you can do a semi-automation. And then we're going to upload the Deepseek story plot to the Google Sheet. Then you can do a semi-automation. You can confirm the stories or do your modifications and then send it back to this workflow to do the video generator. So that's it for today. So once again, thank you all for subscribing my Patreon. And for those who want to use my N8N workflows or my video generator, subscribe my Patreon and I will see you in my Discord channel. That's all for today. Thanks. Goodbye.